finna come up in.
Hey everybody, my name is Shalada the Shell. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. I am here to give you an update on my breast cancer journey and my chemo treatments. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I very seldom refer to them as chemo. I usually just say treatment. So today is my update. I am actually going in tomorrow for my 4th AC treatment, which I had 4 rounds of AC. Common name is red. Don't like saying that word. Don't associate that word with my body. But let's just say the blood of Jesus. That's my treatment. The actual name is adriamycin, and we call it AC for short. People usually just kind of like go by AC. It's easier to remember. And then after my 4th treatment of AC tomorrow, the week after, I will start my first treatment of Taxol. And so Taxol is 4 rounds as well. So I have 4 AC, 4 Taxol. And I'm just giving you an update on what it has been like since my last AC treatment. It's been about 2 weeks since the last treatment. And so we'll talk about a few things. I want to talk about my cold capping update. I'm actually wearing my hair out finally. I've been usually wearing it with a bonnet or a head wrap around it because my edges are totally shot. So just so you know, they are gone. But I am preserving some hair, and hopefully it just gets better since the adriamycin is going to be done, or the AC is going to be done. I am told that this is the hardest medication to take. So after this, I move into the Taxol. I think it'll be a little bit less harsh on my body, because not only is it my hair or my edges, but my skin, my nails are, well, my nails were already very, very soft, but they're still soft. So I've kind of been I haven't been to the nail shop, so I've just been doing my own nails, which is cool. You know, I just put a little polish on them or whatever, and some nail hardener, and they've been fine. They haven't been breaking or anything like that. I've read some comments in my support group where people talk about they lose their nails, and I, thank God, haven't had any experience with that at all. So I've just been making sure that I keep hardener on my nails because they're always thin, because my hands are always very clammy, sweaty type thing. So the nail hardener has actually been helping. But my skin has started changing colors. It's a discoloration in my pigmentation. If you can kind of see my neck, and I wore a lower shirt on purpose so you can kind of see the different shades of my face. So my neck is a lot lighter than my face because my skin is changing a little bit. And then my hands are also a little tad bit darker than what they normally are. Don't like that at all. The inside of my hands are always lighter than the outside of my hands. But I can tell that my skin color has changed a little bit. So that is part of the side effects as well. It's not a hurting side effect, but it's just there, you know. So I think for me, I would say if I could sum up my experience, for me, it has been very cosmetic. Besides the fatigue, I've experienced the hair shedding now, the discoloration in my skin, and softer nails. So for me, it's kind of been on the cosmetic side. I haven't experienced a lot of the physical side effects, thank goodness. So it's okay. Just going with it day by day. And like I said, if you see me with a wig on one day, you just be like, dang, cold capping didn't really work. But thanks to my husband, he just went and picked up my batch of dry ice tonight because we're getting ready to go tomorrow. So I'll be cold capping tomorrow, which is Thursday, into Friday, most of the day Friday and all day tomorrow, to try to keep these follicles intact and go from there. So what has happened to me since my last treatment? Well, when I was at my last treatment, let me tell you, I talked to my nurse practitioner because it wasn't my doctor. So I talked to my nurse practitioner, Lisa, and she's asking me, she's like, so hey, how's everything going? Is everything okay? I'm like, oh, actually everything is okay. It's just the fatigue. Like, can you give me something for the fatigue? So in my mind, I went in asking or saying, okay, when I get there, I'm going to ask if I can get a B12 shot. Like, I just need energy, right? So So I asked Lisa, I'm like, can I get like a B12 shot? And she was just like, oh, she was like, well, how bad is the fatigue? Do you think it's impacting your quality of life? I was like, absolutely not, but I'm just tired. Like, I'd rather be in my garden. I'd rather be doing some stuff. She's like, you got to listen to your body. I'm like, yep, I know that. Understood. Okay. She's like, well, I'll check your blood work and see what it looks like and if we can give you B12. Said, okay, no problem. So then she comes back and she was just like, oh, I looked at your results. And she's like, your B12 is actually fine, so I can't give you anything for B12. She's like, but I do have a suggestion. Would you like for me to prescribe you Ritalin? Ritalin? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I thought they did the complete opposite. I was like, I'm trying to get energy. I'm not trying to slow it down. So she's like, no, it just depends on the dosage that's given. And it depends on what we're giving it to you for would determine the dosage. And I was like, I've never heard anybody take Ritalin for energy ever in life. So she's just like, well, no, it happens in adults. And, you know, and I'm like, yeah, no. So I'm texting my girlfriends and I'm just like, hey, I asked for energy and I asked for B12 shot and they want to give me Ritalin. And then so my girlfriends is like, Ritalin? Ain't they gonna do the opposite? I was like, that's what I said. So then there was a few other conversations that came with their text message that I'm not going to share over this video, but let me just tell you, we kind of went in. So then I was like, well, let me just do my own research. So she kept insisting and I was just like, no, I don't want another prescription. So for those of you who don't know, I hate taking medication. I only take medication when I absolutely have to. And since I have been going through chemo treatment, I have been blessed, when I say, to not have to take any other type of medication at all. So I've been extremely blessed. The only thing I take is like maybe Tylenol if I have a headache, because headaches do come with the cold capping because your head is wrapped so tight. So sometimes I'll have a headache, I'll take a Tylenol or Claritin for allergies or Benadryl. That's it. Like, I literally have not taken anything. Chemo is like the most medication that has been in my body ever in life. So I was like, no, I don't want Ritalin. I'm good. I'll just sleep. I'll sleep every couple hours and get up, or I'll sit down, or, you know, whatever. And so she's like, well, just think about it. I'll give it to you, prescribe it, and then you can get it filled. And if you don't need it, don't take it. No, don't waste your time, energy, click-clacking on the keyboard, because I'm not going to use it. So we did that, got done with that, and we did it. So while I'm waiting to get my chemo, because, you know, now I've seen the nurse practitioner or the doctor, and my blood work is in, so I have to wait for them to give me the medication. So while I'm sitting there waiting, I'm on every type of engine that I could find on my computer, on my iPad and my cell phone, doing my research to try to find out what Ritalin is actually used for. Lo and behold, it is actually used for in adults to increase energy. Who knew? Not me. Who's not taking it is me. I still don't want it. So I'm just like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. I'm okay with it. Nope, I'll pass. So that was just that. That was just a little funny. I'm not into taking any other medication. But I have been doing some exercising, some bike riding, a lot of smoothies, trying to kind of get my body regulated. Try to keep my body regulated because I've been doing smoothies for a long time. So I think I did a smoothie video just sharing some new stuff that I had, trying some smoothies with. And I kind of do that to try to make sure to help me flush all of the stuff out outside of the water, because like I drink plenty of water still, like plenty of water, 2 of these a day. So that's like a given for me. So none of that has changed. I try to make sure that I keep all that, keep my fruits and my vegetables all the time. Yeah, and so that's been it. Besides that, I ran into or talked to quite a few women while I'm getting treatment. I've kind of like made some associates or acquaintances, I should say, and we've kind of shared what has been working for us. And surprisingly, a lot of women, when they get to this stage where they have to keep going back and forth for treatment, they are always oftentimes shared that they've lost their jobs or lost their main source of income. And it's been kind of hard for them. So what I'm going to do in my description box is kind of put down some foundations that if you know someone going through chemo or going through cancer treatment or any sort of treatment that have kind of pulled them away from their employment, or they've lost their employment in the interim, maybe these foundations will help. I'm also working on some other resources that I will be sharing in my vlogs, just because it's some needed information, and you really don't find yourself in need of certain things until it actually happens, and then it's like too late because now you really, really need help. Fortunately for me, I haven't experienced that, and I thank God, and I thank my supporters, my family, my friends for sure. Everybody that has reached out to me, asking if I needed anything. We didn't necessarily need anything. I just appreciate people actually just being there. Just appreciate actually people being there, because after talking to some of these women, there's a lot of people who go through the struggle, and this is a struggle when your main focus should be on your health, mind, body, and soul, but you can't, because you have to figure out how to finance your health, mind, body, and soul. That shouldn't, that shouldn't happen. It should just be there. It should be there. So gonna do my work and make sure that I try to even be more informative and more resourceful to share information with people. So again, check the box in the description, and hopefully my information you can share with someone else, and maybe it may help for you. Yes, so I'm very excited. Last AC tomorrow, yay. And then we're going on to the next one, which is the Taxol, and after that we will be talking surgery. So I'm very excited. Looks like we are right on track to get this done, maybe around holiday time or late October, early November. So works perfectly fine for me. Yeah, and hey, we just gonna keep on going because life is good. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please make sure that you like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my videos. And don't forget, if you have someone that's going through something, make sure you reach out to them, because even your strongest people need people as well. Thank you. See you guys soon.